East Coast, bringing you another live element when it comes to a story that we are closely following here at Live Now from Fox. Now, the FBI confirms unidentified human remains have been found near the Colton Reserve. A backpack and a notebook belonging to Brian Laundrie has also been found in Florida's nature park. So I do want to welcome into the conversation Joseph Scott Morgan, distinguished scholar of applied forensics, also a forensic analyst. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Joseph. Now, we do have limited information, but we do know that Brian's parents were on the scene, a backpack, a notebook was found. Considering all of this, what is the likelihood of the partial remains being Brian's?
Good morning, Rain. Thank you for having me. I'd say that there is a high probability, but we in science, in forensic science, we like to deal as close to absolute as we can, because I got to tell you, this is a case that you absolutely do not want to make a mistake in. There is so much riding on it relative to what the authorities are doing. You've got the local jurisdiction in addition to the FBI. So with this many eyes on it, you would hope that they have from a laboratory perspective and from a crime scene perspective to bring about a resolution to this.
Now, next, the remains will go to the forensic pathology's office, but again, these remains are only partial. We don't know what exactly was found by investigators. It could be a skull, it could be another body part. So considering all of this, how will the medical examiner proceed?
Yeah, Rain, that's a good point. It's key that folks remember what was said yesterday. I think it was in one of the FBI releases, they actually stated that these are partial human remains. So that would give us an indication, and just drawing upon my knowledge of having worked cases for many years, thinking that these might be skeletonized remains, or at least partially skeletonized. And in this harsh environment in Florida like this, the swampy wetland in this area, remains have a tendency, first off, to break down very, very quickly. Remember, in nature, and just like any science experiment that we do in school when we're kids, heat speeds things up, doesn't it? And so, with heat, humidity, that sort of thing, the natural elements impacting these remains, they're going to begin to deteriorate very, very quickly. So it's central to this investigation that they take what they have right now, go back to the medical examiner's office with it, and then I can assure you that today and in the days to come, there will be teams still out there searching for whatever they can find on the ground. Small particulate matter. You'll probably see cadaver dogs back out there again, and I wouldn't be alarmed by that. It's not that they're necessarily looking for another body. There's a high probability they would still be looking for remain that is associated with the initial remain that was found, and that's key. So based upon the fact that we have very little to go on to begin with, because it is a partial remain, you have to collect everything that you can, bring it back to the lab in order to examine it for the three things that we look for in medical legal death investigation: identification, manner of death, and cause of death.
So let's talk specifically about the science that is involved, because we know that, as you mentioned, identification is still preeminent. What exactly is the medical examiner going to use to possibly have a positive ID? DNA samples?
Yeah. Well, let's back up a little bit. There was this backpack that they keep talking about. I think there was a dry bag that was found as well. That's all fine and good. That's a place for us to start. Listen, for me as an investigator, I don't even trust driver's licenses. If I find a driver's license on a body, that's only a place to start, because how many times have people over the years been fooled by driver's licenses? There's all kinds of stories out there where bodies have been misidentified simply by people looking at driver's license. And also, if these are decomposed remains, you're not going to do it with a visual ID where the family comes in and takes a look at the body. So you're reliant upon the science. And if the body is compromised in the manner to which I believe that it probably is, there's essentially two roads that you can go to down relative to a scientific identification. That's either going to be dental. Remember, the teeth are very resilient. That is provided that there is, in fact, a skull, and that's an assumption at this point. Remember, they keep talking about partial human remains, and also DNA. And then you run into this obstacle where you're thinking, well, if the remains are decomposed, how much of a viable sample are they going to be able to get? So if you have bone, it's possible to extract the DNA sample from that. Also, the teeth are very, very resilient. Matter of fact, a sample could indwell a human tooth for a protracted period of time. It's encased in that area. You think of bones, I like to think of bones as leather briefcases for storage of things. I like to think of teeth as a stainless steel briefcase. It's just more resilient. And then, of course, you can be reliant upon hair, depending upon if they have a partial strand or if they have a root that's still viable. There might be some soft tissue, but again, I don't know how viable it's going to be. And a lot of this is speculative at best because we don't know everything specifically, but I can tell you those are the things that the ME and the FBI are considering right now. One of the people that I have yet to mention that's an integral part of this team are going to be the team of the forensic anthropologists. These are the individuals that study bone, skeletons. Many people are familiar with the lab, which is referred to as the body farm at the University of Tennessee. Well, this is the type of thing they do. They assess decomposing remains in order to determine how long someone has been down. And then they'll examine skeletal remains to try to determine what exactly happened to that individual during life. And they do it under all kinds of harsh conditions up there. And so you have that kind of data. And there's other places around the country. Interestingly enough, the University of Florida has a fine facility I think it's in Gainesville, the C.W. Pound human laboratory there, where they do forensic anthropology work as well. So you've got a lot of experts that are out there that can be called upon to bring their expertise to this case to try to get a resolution.
Absolutely. I'm showing our videos some footage right now of the Carlton Reserve area. As you can see, they're in boats, very, very swampy. We're also getting some reports that the area where the partial remains were found was previously underwater. So I'm sure that also raises some challenges scientifically.
Yeah, that's an interesting point because I tend to err in the opposite direction as far as it being challenging, and this is why. Just based upon my experience, if you have a human remain that is found, say, on the bare ground, the exposed earth, direct sunlight, and also is available to any kind of scavenger that might be out there, you're going to have this problem with scattering of remains. But if you think about a body that is either submerged or partially submerged, and it could be mud caked, which there's that the bottoms of those areas out there are very silty, so you can get that kind of it's not almost a cocooning that takes place to a certain degree. That can act as kind of a protection. It's interesting that they're saying that it's a partial human remain, but it was submerged, so it's unclear as to how the body became partial at that point. I think there's probably a lot of people that can take guesses at this, and we don't know what kind of wildlife activity may be involved in this, but I know that the body would not have been exposed to things that are commonly associated with scavenger activity. You think about possums and raccoons and all these other things, dogs that have impact on bodies directly and can take elements of the body away. So again, a lot to be revealed here, but I think there might be an upside with the body having been submerged.
Definitely a lot to be revealed. I do want to shift the conversation, Joseph, because we know that you've worked in what's called the medical legal field for some time, and I'm sure you've seen countless of cases that are similar to this one. Now let's talk about the family. Let's shift the conversation that way, because we both know that both families seem to be grieving, especially the Petito family, because they're the ones that are searching for justice. Now, in your experience, how does the family even move forward and begin that grieving process with no body, no justice?
Yeah, it's difficult. Anybody that's heard me speak before and kind of knows my background, I'm not a big fan of the word closure. I associate it many times with intellectual laziness. Because if you've been around victims of homicide, those families, you don't get closure. It's something that stays with these families forever and ever. Anybody that's had a homicide in their family, you never forget it. It's never completely in the rear view mirror. And it's a very personal thing, and everybody's going to deal with it in their own way. It absolutely rips families apart. The Petito family in particular has been very, very strong throughout this. They've presented a united front. I think that it's really fantastic, particularly considering this is a blended family. You've got step siblings and this sort of thing, and the parents seem as though they get along well, and they've all been very supportive of one another. And to that point, I'm very pleased by what I have seen relative to Gabby's dad in particular, where he has taken this tragedy and kind of pointed the direction of the media toward other missing people that are out there, and murder victims that have no voice. Because in the medical legal community, one of our standard sayings that many people have heard is that we speak for those that can no longer speak for themselves. And he's exercised this, Mr. Petito has, to kind of drive that narrative forward, and that's important. But yeah, it's impacted, I think, everybody. It will impact their family, and then all of the peripheral members of their family. And certainly it's opened up a dialogue, I think, in our country relative to these events. Someone like me that has worked at a coroner's office and a medical examiner's office in arguably two of the largest metropolitan areas in the South, you see these things played out before your eyes, these horrific things that many times the public has no awareness to. They have no awareness of it, and it just gets played over and over again. You go back, I was commenting yesterday, you go back even to the Jean Bonnet case back in the 1990s, and you think about how many books have been written, and television shows and all those sorts of things. Well, during my time in the New Orleans area and in Atlanta, I had other children that would fit within the same categories as Jean Bonnet, same age, maybe a little girl that had been brutalized, and that child's death may have only made it through one or two news cycles. We need to change the focus of the discussion in America, because there are a lot of people that are really hurting and brokenhearted, and families that have just been ripped to shreds by violence like this. And they're everywhere. It's not just the Petitos. They're everywhere, but Petitos have really started a great discussion here. And I'm, as a former death investigator, I'm very proud of that for them, because it's something that needs to happen.
Absolutely. I think that the Petito Family Foundation will also play a big role in bringing other missing persons home. Definitely proud to see that taking place, although this is such a tragic situation.
Yes, it
so is. Next, the partial remains will go to the forensic pathology's office. It will be examined by the medical examiner. Hopefully it will return a positive ID for Brian Laundrie.
Right.
During this time, we know that we're very early on in this investigation. What do our viewers, people watching, we know that this case has captivated the nation. What do people need to know at this time?
Two words: be patient. And in this world that we live in, where everything is instantaneous, forensic science is not microwave science. Doesn't work that way. Okay? We're methodical. We're plotting. That's the nature of what we do, because we have been burned so many times over the years by rushing things. And just because the media or families or friends or interested parties want that data right now, or politicians, because that happens as well, doesn't mean it's going to, expedite the process. It takes a specific amount of time to conduct these studies. So, people can speculate all they want. All I have to do is reflect back to Gabby's cause of death. I was on, I can't tell you how many platforms during that period of time, and everybody's screaming, when are we going to get a cause of death? They'll never get a cause of death. You know what? At the end of the day, her cause of death in cases like hers, it took a regular amount of time to come to those conclusions, because you still had to do toxicological studies. You still had to do histological studies, which is a study of the tissue, and that stuff takes time. And not to mention all of the experts that are involved in the periphery to look at everything. And listen, if you think Gabby's case was involved, this case, because you've got a diminishment of sample and remain, is going to take potentially longer. So I beg everyone just to take a breath. They have found a body. That's all we know at this point in time. The answers will come one way or another, good or bad. We will have answers, and we just have to wait and see.
Be patient, wait and see. I think that's a good note to leave things on. Joseph Scott Morgan, forensic analyst, thank you so much for joining us here at Live Now from Fox.
Thanks, Rand.
Time is 6:35 a.m. here on the East Coast, continuing our in-depth coverage of the search for Brian Laundrie. The latest developments, we know that the FBI confirmed unidentified human remains near a backpack and notebook that belonged to Brian Laundrie. This took place at the Florida Nature Park, the Colton Reserve. So we will have more on this subject throughout our